Say Trey. I guess we got a funeral to attend. Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah. All of us. We all gonna be there. Here lies America, gone but not soon enough. An already tattered and tainted history brought to its knees by a man, excuse me, Mayo Packet and his band of wonder bred white supremacists. And one black one who hasn't figured out the rules of the game yet, baby. Let's start the show.
Yeah. So you gonna roll with us? I can't. Why not? Oh, the police is after you, huh?
Nah. I'm on punishment. My mom says I can't leave the porch.
Oh, man. Come on, let's hold the porch down.
What's up with this now? We holding the porch down. Talking about just how reality's turned out. We ain't finished, ain't even finna be for a minute. Everybody's playing games. What's up then? Let's have a scrimmage. Gotta unify the cooler guys with you and now we must discuss truth and lies, eulogize the proof in time what makes us us. Ain't no way to be bored now. Come on, we off the porch now.
It is with somber and grief and regret that I have to inform everybody that America is gone.
Cooked.
Cooked, fried, died, laid to the side. Let's get it started. Before we do, you already know, Brother Gresh, how's your
What up,
mental
man?
health?
You know, my mental health actually ain't half bad this week.
Yeah.
You know,
I had a little fucking episode earlier this week after seeing my therapist and realizing some shit that I probably should have realized a long fucking time ago in my life. And experienced some emotions for some shit that I probably should have come to terms with, I guess, a long time ago. So
yeah. I mean, everybody learns at different times. You know, sometimes they be hidden, sometimes they really be hidden, and other times it just act like, I mean, it just seems like it don't even happen for you. But then you look back and you just see that, dang, the other me, or I remember a time when this was like, I ain't even like that no more, you know?
yeah.
And sometimes, like, when you find out, like, it hits you like a ton of bricks, and
And
somebody has to check you about it or something like that, it's a little bit different feeling. I feel that.
and I think fucking had I kind of see, I think it's one of those things. Had I found out this shit when it was like, had I found this shit out before I turned 30, I would have crashed the fuck out. I'd have crashed.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
am I glad I learned it kind of more towards this? Yes. Because
You know?
I'd have been in somebody's front yard with my
Man.
fist up their ass.
And it'd be like that, you know? Just, I know, like, I remember when I found out that I had a real good control of my like temper. Like I don't like fighting for one thing, so it ain't shit for me to say like I ain't even gonna. But when I know I've been in a situation where I really would have knocked somebody out, like smooth out,
Yeah.
and I found out that that ain't the way I'm moving no more. I wouldn't even say knock smooth out, but I definitely would have engaged in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I did a really good job of like not even getting to the point where I would want to. So
Right.
you learn, you live and you learn, man. Sometimes you got well,
Man, yeah.
'cause-
It's definitely one of those things. I fucking and I was very much on the verge of crashing out, but
Mhm.
I kind of like sat with it. You kind of sit with it and deal with it.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep, I feel that. I feel that 100%. And I mean now, but now you can like move on, right? Now you
I
know.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Yeah, yeah.
Chin up.
Once you know the truth, and you just kind of like, well, it's there, and
Mhm.
there's nothing else for me to do with it. So
Mhm.
yeah, in a way.
Yep. That'll be my thing. My sister always hit me with that shit. Well, now that you know, what you gonna do? It's like,
It's definitely about
yep.
how you react to it.
Mhm.
But
Mhm. I already know. I'm already knowing.
yeah, it's yeah. Now, if we do cross paths in another fucking lifetime, because I know if there's a hell, I'm going to it. that, that man upstairs gonna kick me out. I'd pack that bag.
You just start like getting your
If
list ready to ride out. I thought you was
right.
reading the Death Note earlier.
Oh, you talking about this baby?
I looked in the camera like,
Cause
hold on.
cause but the names that I wrote in this motherfucker, they, yeah, baby.
Mhm.
Oh,
So I made my drink. I'm having a drink tonight. I made it nice and neat.
okay, okay, okay. A nice. My brother's having a nice stiff one. Uh, at some point, I'm gonna have
Yeah, I
an.
ain't got work tomorrow. I ain't got nothing to get ready for. I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow at all. Boy,
At some point, this
it'll be
joint
tonight.
is, you know, it's a yeah. It's been a
It's gonna be a doozy today. It's gonna be a doozy.
brother. It's been a long 100 days.
It's been a very long 100 days.
It's been a long 100 days.
I've never thought that like I'd see some movie shit happen in my lifetime,
Yeah.
but it did. We're experiencing some shit you can really only get from the movies, folks. And I guess unless you live in America. Executive order,
this
executive
is
order, executive order.
this is the level of idiocracy. The
Hmm.
level of idiocracy. The level of scandal.
Is she not putting out?
The levels of any courtroom documentary, the levels of Gates,
Investigative discovery.
discovery.
Boom, dun 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 dun.
Boom.
Dun, 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 dun,
Some
dun,
of that.
dun, dun.
little bit of that.
I can't hit the horn. But no, for real, man. Like all of the above. And I'm thinking, like, look,
Yeah.
we'll never see the point to where it was any opposition at this point. And that's the part that scares me the most.
That yes, that's
Because
peace.
the other side should have been ready for this to happen, and they really kind of played around with the idea that this shit could actually pop off. And now we didn't. I mean, I put my vote in. I know who I voted for, but if you look at it in a way of like, let's be 100% real here of who we're dealing with, should have had a better candidate.
You're absolutely right. And
Yep, should have had a better candidate.
I've told multiple people this, and this is very much it goes back to what I was saying about us being at work and we trying to get up in the ladder. The rules of the motherfucking game. You got
It's the same shit, right?
Yes, exactly.
And you got to shit on somebody at some point, and the higher you get, the more you got to shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real, it sucks, but and when you think about it, like, I'd say it's more of like, and this is not saying that it was, but it's like trying to fight a spiritual battle of earthly things. You know what I mean?
But because
One side's emotion was at play, but everything else on the other side was on a whole different scale of thinking. You know?
Here's the rules of the game. You have to for us to win, you gotta include everybody. And that includes them white folks over there. And she was not including them white folks over there. You feel me?
Didn't give them no incentive, did she? She forgot there was a number over there.
Yeah. She forgot
because while population is the number, so is voter eligibility. So let's be real here. Voter eligibility is way stronger on one side than it is on another.
Right.
So,
and it's only so many of us.
Like,
right. It's only so many of us.
Yeah.
It's only so much that we can do. As 13% of the population, yeah, and then fucking girl.
I ain't no girl.
No, I'm not talking about you, motherfucker. Girl, if you don't sit your motherfucking ass down, you are not running again. No.
Oh,
if you don't sit your motherfucking, come on, if you don't sit
you
your
talking
motherfucking ass down, you are not,
She need to be in the car. Like you had that tone in your voice, like P.O.P. hold it down. That's what it's okay. It's okay. Look, I really like the idea of what she had in mind and in play. So I'm not necessarily gonna shit on the woman. Don't get me wrong. I know what she was responsible of in the 90s. Whatever. But bruh, somebody, anybody.
You ran a shitty campaign.
You said a 2-week campaign?
You ran a shitty campaign.
Well, it was only a 2-week long campaign. So there's also that.
So the girl, the way they treated you was highly unfair. I understand it. They just threw you in there. They threw you to the wolves, and you did your best. That's it. Because once you lose momentum. So when you start losing momentum, that's what happened. That's how it worked.
Yep.
So, sister girl, let somebody else get up there.
Yeah.
And
somebody else gonna have to get up there, dog.
And do something.
I don't know enough, but from what I see and understand about, like, I know enough because I vote. Like, I'm trying to see AOC in the future.
Yes.
People were talking about AOC and Michelle. That would be wild, but it still wouldn't work. That would piss people off too much.
It would be, that would be
too many. It would piss people off way too much, boy. That's
too many niggas.
pedal all the way to the floor, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a little bit.
man,
Man, see, and when they was on Twitter or Twitch and stuff, you could kind of see how her and Tim work together. But I really need Birdie. I just need you to hold on. We know
Bernie up there, dog. I'm not saying I wouldn't consider him because of his age, but I'm like.
Listen, if they got this old motherfucker in the goddamn place,
They are all about the same age, ain't they?
Yeah.
Bernie might be a little old.
Bernie's a little bit older. Bernie, I think, is like 84 or some shit.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm thinking about when you seen them pictures of him from the 60s.
Yeah. Because
so I'm thinking about
83.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 83.
We couldn't afford to take that kind of L either at this point.
Nah.
Because it's always going to be like a repeat offense. Yeah. You always got somebody old in the office. And
so what really what should happen is you take AOC and you take Jasmine Crockett and you run them against each other. And you give both of them a white vice president. Force a hand. Force a hand.
Hey, man.
But before that,
I don't know who the other lady is, but it sounds like you're trying to pin up a woman fight in the election is what I think the people would look at it as. And it will work. I think it will work.
I mean, you have to force their hand.
Republicans ain't gonna have no woman to run though. I'm gonna tell you that now.
At all. Fucking yeah. That's I feel like, but we need to. So there's a couple good things that have happened. So Canada's Liberal candidate won. So that's okay. So Canada is still gonna fight for us. We'll be all right there. Mexico, they ain't fucking with us.
I believe it.
They ain't fucking with us. So they gonna be listen, and we'll get to the tariffs and shit. But yeah, so we are essentially boxed in. Yeah, we went over mental health first. So you give us a synopsis of your mental health today, and then we're kind of we just got done looking back on our dear candidate Kamala and her
the election part of
the election process and the future and whatnot. So you didn't miss much.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. Definitely haven't gotten into the meat of the episode yet. So that's where we're just about to get into it.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about day one, big dog. Day one.
I don't remember that.
Huh? Did you black it out? That was the day.
I blacked out politics, huh?
That was the day all the large chunk of the executive orders went into play. So, yeah, brother.
Yeah. No, I didn't black so much stuff out. Like I hear what's going on and people saying what and headlines and this but I'm so removed from the news. I hate what's going on, but I'm so introverted in way of like my own news. I don't pay attention to that shit, man. And
I have
I
to.
probably need to a little bit more, but
Hey, if he
that would be
can-
crazy, right? Because he's trying to pull some shit.
yeah, he could pull.
And-
Yeah, he's trying to pull a third term. If
Mhm.
Obama could come back, because the way that they are saying that it is set up is they could have him as the vice president, and then the president step down. Bitch, I'll fight the president. That's what. So it would be somebody running and Obama as the vice president, and then they just step the fuck down. Okay.
Day two, right after the inauguration, they just stepped down.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not about to play with these fools. But that's what I was saying though about like having a tactical election or like planning for tactics to happen. You got to get ready for dirty games when you're playing with dirty people.
Yeah,
You know?
we talked about that, but I
Yep.
think if
Yep.
if Michelle would have ran rather than Kamala, she would have won by a fucking mile.
Mhm. Mhm.
A
Because right now, ain't
landslide.
nobody satisfied with what's going on for real. Like, if you paid attention to the numbers, Trump's the worst president since the last worst president, which was Trump. And
41% approval rating is the
Yeah.
wildest shit. He beat
yeah, you doubled down on your approval rating, dog.
you right. You doubled down on the approval rating that you had fucking 8 years ago, fucking 44%. You motherfucker, you goddamn idiot.
Mhm.
Shit.
Did you hear about that MS-13, John?
Yes.
The picture.
Oh.
I saw, the only way I could figure it out was a marijuana, a smile, one guy, and death comes in threes. But
No, the reason he fucking thought it was
probably
is
couldn't have got
because no, it wasn't the actual fucking tattoo. It was the fucking superimposed Photoshop MS-13
remember
over the
that?
top.
Yeah, that's what he
that
was talking about.
Talking about.
That's what he was talking
That's the part that he was talking. Ah, shit!
The thing that I love about my social media and the pages that I've picked is they're all like pretty much non-relevant, but you can find out what's like
Yes!
real information because the people are just making fun of the news. So, I saw that post in a meme already.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
bruh.
And I didn't realize that that he was really talking about the superimposed letters. You're being really mean to me.
Yeah, you're being really mean to me, sir. What?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, yeah, that shit was.
Okay, before I
And
get too
this is where we at. And he didn't know what the Declaration of Independence was.
You son of a bitch. I swear.
Oh man. So y'all help, he's crashing out. He's wilding. Here he comes. God damn. So I'm gonna take two subjects today. I'm gonna ask that we talk about two things particularly. One completely related and one completely unrelated. And we'll probably take that toward the end, but just know I got some shits. So
Okay.
but let's talk about the correlation of idiocracy scenes to America today.
For Lincoln syndrome, for that guy, dude. Fucking that needs to
Fingers
be.
crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, please.
You motherfuckers gonna be fighting like them old dudes and Family Guy.
Yes.
All the dementia and shit. Don't even remember. He trying to change the name of what, Veterans Day?
Yes. To World War One Victory Day, bitch. So we just niggas after that don't matter. You fucking
Mm-mm,
asshat.
mm-mm. No,
Let's okay.
that's where he at.
Day fucking one. Day one. We haven't even got to day one yet. Day one. Day one.
Well,
Elon.
what happened day one?
Elon and Doge happened. Day one.
That was day one, huh?
Day one.
Money, 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 money,
Day one.
money.
This motherfucker was in the White House next to him in a shirt that said tech support. When they announced that Doge was actually going to be a thing. And everybody, I'm sure, knows what Doge did. You can tell what Doge... Trey, do you know what Doge did?
They made a lot of fucking money.
Made a lot of fucking money off of us, and what they did was...
They kept their 401k information.
They went in and they stole a lot of information and a lot of social security numbers. And they got a lot of people fired. Thousands of people fired from their federal jobs, particularly a lot of well, it can't be World War II Day because he relates with the other side too much. You fucking loser.
That's one of his mourning days.
Right.
That shit's crazy.
So they stole a lot of information, and
They stole shit like
particularly good old Elon got a lot of people fired that were investigating him.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So.
And here we go, looking like criminals for trying not to get caught our damn selves.
Right.
Then where they at? I mean, I'm not trying to get caught for nothing. I ain't did shit, but to clear the air. But I mean, you know what I mean? Just people be trying to live out here. The more they make it difficult, the more crime is going to come. Like, that's natural. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what background you from. Crime is a thing. Like, there's yin with the yang. I don't care about.
Wait, silly. Could you hear Trey on the thing on the stream? Probably, but that probably.
Well, I sure had to check my mute.
Yeah. I just no, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. Just making sure, because the desktop audio was muted on here, but that's a whole nother fucking story. Anyways, yeah. So particularly he got a lot of people fired that were investigating him and fucking SpaceX and Tesla. So essentially, yeah, he got away with a lot of fucking money. And now that I am per fucking a lot of the articles I read and shit, they're pretty much fucking tired of him. And he's done what he has come to do, was get his motherfucking money. That's what, and I don't think dumbass president fucking realizes that the real rich people, he's not really rich. So
yeah, no, he's not.
So he doesn't realize that the real rich people
make more money than Trump.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that the real rich people
hate him,
and they just use him. That's why
Mhm.
in the fucking interview, he even said, this is the craziest shit to me. He even said that, hey, Putin might just be toying me along. Sir, what? Huh?
So really, he just in here playing with motherfuckers' lives.
Yeah.
God dang. So in about 10 years, we're gonna have a whole bunch of gigantic buildings, waste, and nuclear plants all over the place.
Pretty much. I hope they wipe us out before that. Cause I'm not trying to live in a dystopian future.
I'm
I'm too
actually not too far against it. Brought to you
um
by Brother Best Visuals.
I'm too uh I'm too pretty for that. You know?
I'm all for living off the land, man. I'm kind of a like I've always dreamed
I'm cool with
like
living off the
out
land. I'm not cool with being stuck in a fucking dystopian city with a bunch of fucking buildings and shit. I'll be out in the country.
I'm getting away from that shit. I'm going out there with the bears
Yeah. Yeah.
and the gorillas.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my one gorilla.
If 100 ninjas come from for you though, what's gonna happen? They gonna get your gorilla.
If a hundred
Yeah.
ninjas, I'm gonna throw the book at them. Popcorn reading, niggas.
Yeah, stop it! Stop it! Wrong book. Anyway,
Yeah. So
I'm just
what
saying,
else?
properly motivated, and people don't really take in consideration people that like live in that way. 100 is probably a pretty good number. Probably a pretty good number.
Let's see.
I'm not going to be involved in that number. Nobody I know or have been around is going to be around that number. But
Let's see what else you did on day one, sir. Getting rid
and we
of
still
birthright citizenship for U.S. citizens to parents without legal status. That one was crazy.
day one, huh?
Yeah, that was day one. He declared an emergency at the southern border.
Yep, I remember that.
Wait. This is the part that gets me. It was because it was solely based on race. Let's get that out the way. Because Canada, most of the illegal fentanyl that we get comes from
Uh-huh.
Canada. It comes from white people up there. The white people up there bring it in. Not the people down there. They bring a little bit in, but
Doesn't
the white
ecstasy
people,
come from like overseas and shit?
yeah, a lot of it does.
So the fact that everybody grows weed nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing we're getting from Southern America is cocaine.
Cocaine and some fentanyl and stuff like that.
Or
But
probably some more like narcotic, pharmaceutical drugs, probably
Yeah.
more so.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like, yeah, it's weird. It's
crazy.
weird,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah. He just fucking declared a war on trans people. Yeah.
oh, man.
Yeah. And, there's multiple executive orders on that piece. So
I remember that part too.
but that and then
He freed some people out of jail day one too, didn't
yeah.
he? Yep.
Yeah. That was
Yep.
that was day 6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
that was day 6. Also the erasure of DEI began, which effectively
okay.
was the erasure of niggas. There's no more between the defunding of HBCUs,
Mhm.
the defunding of the pulling grants from marginalized people. It is just there's a lot of stuff underneath that one. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was just
Look,
day
man.
one.
I just want to make some money and feed my kids at this point and teach them to do the same. I would love to have like a little bit more fairness around, like make a little bit not easier for us, but a little bit more fair. And then let's talk about whatever else initiatives y'all want to put in. But it's still way too many problems between other people. Like this shit gonna fuck around and be something
Oh,
completely off the wall.
that is that's his goal. I don't think you. Yeah, that's his goal. In
Mm.
order for him to see, because and we'll get
So, like
to
initiating like some Civil War type shit.
so he can initiate martial law.
Mm.
That is the ultimate goal. If you get civil unrest, then it's on you to do everything in your power to and civil unrest and between folks, because
Hmm.
let's talk about Pam Bondi,
What's that?
the fucking blonde lady that is always fucking. She's the secretary. Is she the speaker for him?
Oh, oh, okay.
And she always looks like she is about to fucking shit herself.
She must be built like a refrigerator box.
Yeah, it's her, the United States Attorney General. She
Oh, okay.
oh god.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Yeah. So I don't think people understand like the tactics that go on and the way that Pam Bondi speaks. Pam Bondi is a classic fear monger. The
Mm.
way that she emphasizes that they all do it, but Pam is uh, a little bit more dangerous
Hmm.
because, of course, white women tears are the most dangerous things on the planet Earth, and she is an actor, but she is
Gotcha.
also unhinged. I don't when I say unhinged, I mean unhinged.
Mm-mm. I don't with no unhinged like. Nah, man. Just like I said, I just want to go to work and go home, feed my kids. Not
Yeah,
not necessarily have to live in proximity to where I have to worry so much about life or death. You know.
and here's another thing. Pam and him and Trump and Pam kind of work in tandem, and Pam has access to like judiciary shit, and she's talking about the media. If you speak ill of the president, uh,
Oh, all that shit.
yeah, that's the one that if anybody can make it happen, is that scary lady. So we need to get
Mm-mm.
it. Yeah, she needs.
Mm.
Yeah, the Lincoln syndrome is real.
What is the
Yeah,
Lincoln syndrome?
don't say it.
Oh, okay.
Just think of Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, the erasure of DEI, which for all intent and purposes, it was the erasure of niggas. Get these niggas out of here. It's too many. DEI means nigga because effectively it was black women that were leading the cause because black women are the most educated people in the United States at this point.
Let me reiterate DEI meaning nigga real quick
Yeah,
because
DEI.
we have to consider the idea that initially DEI did include those scary white ladies too.
Yes,
Don't forget about
really
that. So
and truly.
at one point,
So
DEI meant them too.
so
So
so let's originally before this election and everything went down, DEI was diversity, equity, and
equity
inclusion
and inclusion.
for
Mm-hmm.
everyone. So everyone could get a fair shot. That means
Mm-hmm.
if there's a fucking job opportunity that and it gets distributed to every if you see it posted in one place, it's getting distributed to areas with more urban neighborhoods and
Mm-hmm.
more black and brown
Mm-hmm.
bodies, so they have a fucking chance to get these jobs. It's not
Yep.
that they are not underqualified. They're just picking underqualified people. That's not what it is.
Now,
And
well, I will
what? Hold on. What
go ahead.
it included everybody: black, white, brown, yellow, purple, disabled, veterans, women, white
Mm.
women who benefited the mostest, uh, old folks.
Yeah, you have to understand they benefited most from DEI.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that originally was what it was supposed to be
So
when
I'm gonna
they, huh?
go ahead.
What's up, Jawan? When
Hey, what up,
they got
man?
into when they got into office, they started spinning it as, oh, it's DEI. They're all these underqualified people, and you're starting to
Mm.
see it's pointing fingers at black folks. That's
Oh,
they.
yeah. At
That's
the
what
end
it.
of the day,
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it was to them, and
now
it's
with
that.
all
And
understanding of what DEI entails, do we go for more skilled practices then? Do we have to narrow down what the skills mean for? Because there's still companies are not going to pick a completely unqualified guy for this job
mhm.
other than somebody that's completely
I
skilled in
mean,
this job.
well, no. I mean, you can still
I'm
apply
thinking
for
of
the
a way
job.
to combat it is all I'm saying,
Yeah.
uh,
Uh,
be- because like,
Javon is fucking stupid. It's okay.
hey man,
Uh, essentially, it was. They thought that we were getting more opportunities than they were,
absolutely
and
not.
they wanted to.
And
So,
that's why it's hard
before
for me to like react like that because we still wasn't getting a fair shot. This doesn't really
so
hit black folks to me
I'll tell you,
like we want to say.
truly, you're absolutely
I'm
correct.
glad you understand where I'm coming from with that because
But
it sounds sour, right?
yeah, exactly. So before that, it was mediocre white men get more jobs than everybody.
That's
Mediocre
still gonna
white
happen
men,
every day.
yeah, Still gonna happen.
That shit ain't gonna change.
However, when DEI initiative hit, it gives more diverse people. So mediocre white men still gonna be there, but then there's more and diverse amounts of people outside of mediocre white men,
Well,
which those people that are not mediocre white men,
mm-hmm,
usually black women
mm-hmm,
with degrees and things that are higher than mediocre white men, they didn't like that once the initiative hit, because we found, so in order to stop that, they say, hey, DEI bad. Hey, poor white people, DEI bad because black ladies over here, they smarter than you and they getting more jobs than you for jobs that you will never attain. Say it with me now. For jobs that you will never
you will
attain.
never take.
Will never attain.
I
That are
never
not-
attain.
Yeah. That are not
Oh, okay.
attainable to you,
Mm-hmm.
white man.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
rally up the poor people that don't have that education. Speaking of education, we'll talk about that later too.
Ooh, because my take on idiocracy and the Secretary of Education is pristine.
That's it is 1-to-1. Yeah, but so in order for mediocre white men to combat black women taking up more jobs, you gotta cut it off at the head. DEI bad. Poor white people, DEI bad. Oh shit, DEI, aka niggas.
Niggas.
Niggas are bad.
Bro, because, man, but we can't keep showing our hand
Right.
as far as what they feed off of based off of what they see in their best given source of research. You know what I mean? Social media. We go in there, we talk about, oh, this is bad, this is terrible. I mean, I hope to God after that, everybody just decides to find some way to combat it and take action after that, and then don't tell nobody, because we can't. Like that's how they're eating. That's how they're getting all their ideas and stuff, by showing and displaying your disdain or your fear. That's how they learn to monger it right there.
Yeah.
Because you're showing how, So let's cut the shit here.
Yeah,
That's what I feel like. And I'm always that way with that. That I'm not gonna say it's a shitty take, but do something. And I know it's hard. It's fucking difficult. But you don't have shit else to do with your life but to try to make it better.
This is true.
Get up.
Get but like I said, you gonna have to start fucking creating jobs. At some point, you gonna have to start creating motherfucking jobs. Just like
if black people marketed, not even really black people, but just common folk who ain't really gonna make them pinnacles that we have to live in order to make our lives better. If we got more skilled labor or skilled trade in doing all that kind of stuff, we would be able to take care of ourselves quite well. The Mexicans basically do it right now.
Right.
Everybody in the neighborhood wants to call their Mexican friends because they can fix it for cheap. Right. We should be hopping right on that too, because you make money outside of making money, right?
We should have been there, but however, we kind of get lumped into the pipe dream.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like every step that we've taken has been plotted out and disbanded by a higher source. Not even a higher source. Fuck that. The controlling factor, the one that's against us. They've plotted every step. They've made it nearly impossible.
They have applied pressure every step of the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
yes, what do you do?
we still go to school. We still you got to find a balance in between those skilled laborers and so like our counterpart said, that we need to get niggas out of the booth in the HVAC. Some of you niggas got pipe dreams.
I want some of you young fellas to go into housing construction. Do you realize if here I go, I'm an old nigga for real right now. Shout out to the whiskey. But do you realize that if 8 guys went to school to build houses, that's a whole business waiting to happen?
Mm-hmm.
And it happens, people do that, not where I'm at, but it's definitely possible. It's people putting up outrageous quotes for you maintaining a home that you made a 30-year commitment to, and you either have to pay it or you have to stay upside down on your loan for 15 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so much that we could be doing to help each other that doesn't look like, first of all, they keep serving up the image of black people that they want to control on a silver platter to kids that look like us, and put it that way.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be a fucking rapper. We're like, come on, man. And honestly, even my take as being an artist, because I liken it to selling shit out my trunk all the time. Yes, I'm still probably doing the best I can for where I'm at right now as far as regular employment.
Mm-hmm.
But going through and not making money plans, if I look back, but I ain't gonna be no pillar of salt. But it could have been a much better idea. But like you said, they sold the dream.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. And it all coincides with, and we got to drop that.
What
I think we're doing a pretty good job. We're not really seeing the little kids nowadays, but little kids don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
What is their image of us? Is he a rapper or
a basketball player or a sports player? Somebody play sports, not a sports player. But
an athlete.
And yeah. So already they veered you away from the idea of doing anything else because this is your dream that you felt like you could do. You know what I mean? Just because you didn't see old dude with that fix your mama's car for a 12-pack and some dome doesn't mean that's somebody, you know what I mean? Like, he's still doing his thing. Like, you need to find a way to do things outside of making money for the people who are literally investing in keeping you down.
Yeah. It is modern day slavery.
It's the different, well, they just said, forget black people. We just gonna get everybody that ain't us.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, we're not like them. But they not like us on a much larger scale.
Yeah. Let's talk about tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
Tariffs. You know what a tariff
is?
It
still ain't got shit to do with the price of eggs.
Yeah. The price of eggs. Yeah. We got fucking bird flu going on. That's what's wrong with the price of eggs.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it's funny because that actually happened last time. I don't think it was last time he was in office, but it was about 4 or 5 years ago. Remember when? No, it might have been 2 or 3. It came around about the same time last year.
You probably talking about.
Was eggs super expensive last year for Easter time?
Oh, I don't remember.
I do. I got kids, nigga.
But just in case people don't fucking know, a tariff is a fucking import tax paid by the importer. The person that's getting the shit.
Yep. So the shit that we need, people are going to pay more to send to us. Wow.
Which in turn we pay more for.
Okay. So all the essentials that we get to build basically everything because we really don't have factories like that here to produce the basic structures of a battery, the basic structure for anything we use around here. All that shit's gonna go up. And I think I seen a quote that said something around the lines of saying this is what we voted for in that first 100 days interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't going for this shit.
He
I don't
told,
care about the threat that you don't. You have a personal problem with people that are providing us with things that
Yeah.
keep us regulated on pay, and
he, yes.
because you're still a different animal than the corporations that we work for. Come on, dog. And this is who this is who they idolize. This is who they put on that golden pedestal.
Yeah. So the Chinese tariffs have effectively fucking killed shipping in the U.S. with essentially no plan of like building any factories. So goods dwindle for the people, and he said in the interview, well, maybe people need $2 instead of 30. This man does not know what the fuck is going on.
I wish people wouldn't have bought 30 of the dolls that my daughter got for her birthday. Because over what, 8 years, we've probably bought her 4. But she has about 120. Like this is not like
He said that workers need to experience trauma.
he's never worked.
Never ever in his life.
Working is traumatic walking in the door for a lot of people.
Right.
I don't understand it, man.
So
I really don't. What else you got?
Effectively, we're gonna go into a crisis, and you know that's what it is, baby. Oh fuck! So when we talked about Pam, Big Pam, and all of his perceived political enemies, who he has either bounced out of the country. Because we are the people, the brown people are his perceived enemies too, at which he has now made the world, or effectively America, through propaganda and fear mongering, has effectively made stupid white people their enemies too.
Brought to you by Brother Gresh Visuals.
All right. And anybody that is in the media, recently he just him and Pam said that anybody that go against they just arrested a judge. Anybody that goes against the precedent is in fact a criminal. And nobody, I repeat, nobody is doing anything in Congress about this. Vote for your fucking congressman and get these motherfuckers the fuck out of here. The Senate and the House need fucking to be swept. So
you're absolutely right, and that's what, next year?
Yes.
No. It's not 2028.
No.
Oh, good.
It's 2 years in between there.
Okay, 2. Okay.
Let's talk about the band of white supremacists let's talk about fucking Petey Boy.
Who?
Petey Boy, Pete Headset.
Who that?
The fucking Secretary of Defense, Mr. Signalgate. The man that he was was sending Houthi war plans over.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, the drunk.
Mm,
Yes, the drunk.
cheers.
Yeah, that guy. Which I mean is cool if you're not the Secretary of Defense and you're not fucking sending war plans over a app that I used to send fucking drug messages over.
All I'm saying is the people born in later generations than what like there's a level of carelessness and humanity, honestly, that I'm seeing within these politicians and stuff that we just have to say, cut the shit. We see you. You're just as real as we are. Please, for the love of God, just stop. You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess I get it. The people need to see like a higher something. I believe in that fully. But the way that you have it going, y'all ain't shit.
Yeah. It's
Y'all ain't shit.
the way I talked about media literacy. These people do not have media literacy. They do not have the.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is I'm gonna say the younger generation, the Gen X's are taking over, and we see the millennials, especially like we're seeing the human side of all of this, and we're just like,
Because most
cut the shit,
you see
cut it out,
you
man.
kind of see the breakup.
Yeah,
Because it's more people our age and stuff. We are more towards the left leaning liberal side, if you want to fucking call it that. Don't fucking identify with either
won't
one of
let it
those sides.
with nobody.
Right. I don't really. I just give fucking people the goddamn.
That's why the
back.
conservatives can't have an argument with me because they think everybody against them is the same person.
Right. I just fucking. I believe that fucking everybody should be equal on this earth. If you not fucking hurt nobody, you should be able to fucking make your own goddamn choices for your own goddamn body. And if you want to fucking fight about it, well, I'm right here.
I mean, it's weird. Believe what you want to believe, but I just believe everybody got needs. I mean, I believe I'm not responsible for people's life on Earth, except for the ones that I created.
Right.
So I'm not gonna tell you shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're not gonna tell me shit.
So
except for the ones that created me, or you know what I mean, vice versa. You got to keep your village in mind, but you know, people really invest into other people's lives a little bit too much for my comfort, and I'm glad I have like the privacy or like at least the lack of care. And only need to let a few people in out here, and that's really nice.
yeah,
That's really
I
nice.
mean, right now you gonna definitely have to keep your people's close to you.
Yeah, my circle, my family big, but my circle small. You know,
Right.
and that's a blessing enough on its own because I don't.
Who else is
No, it ain't no time or room to take nobody else in or none of that.
Yeah. You got
Talk to you
JD
about Brother Crash
Vance.
Visual.
You got his
What?
little. You got JD Vance, his little couch fucking crybaby, who killed the goddamn Pope. You, JD Vance, you fucking killed the goddamn Pope. You fucking piece of shit. And your mother hates you.
Brought to you by Brother Crash Visuals.
We already talked about Pam. I'm shitting myself right now, Pondy. Oh. And fucking Cash Patel is running the FBI.
Who?
Cash Patel.
Who fuck is that?
No, go ahead and look him up, bitch. I could fucking go on for days, motherfuckers. Oh,
Ooh, my booty hurt. You on a long run.
we done been here for a while.
Let's see here. Spell that for me.
KASHPATEL.
Oh, found it.
Go ahead and yeah. Go ahead and peep that.
Is this the dude that was running for president?
No, that's fucking right. They got rid of him. He is
Believe it.
today gone. Got some use out of you, brother.
It looks like he's been removed. Oh, okay, never mind. He was the director of the ATF.
Yeah.
Huh.
Let's talk about the fucking economy. You want to talk about that?
What about it?
It's abysmal. Listen, I wouldn't go put no fucking numbers and shit up here, cause I know I got niggas in here and they be confused. Listen, the economy is abysmal. Fucking the stocks have been, these are record low stock numbers.
Hey, we had Dust Bowl. We had a little mini Dust Bowl here in Wichita.
Right.
The stock market crash and the Dust Bowl is about the same time, dog. Like history repeats itself.
Listen, we haven't seen record
It
stocks
does.
this low since
It
the
does.
1920s. That's your taste, and it's fucking because of the trade wars, because of his tariffs, the cutting of federal jobs, fuck, 70,000 veteran jobs cut. I can tell you that much.
That shit's crazy.
And
That shit's crazy.
More thousand civilian federal jobs. That's, So, not only cutting federal jobs, cutting education, baby. Woo!
Now, I feel like you're a person that can answer some of these questions I have about this because I thought about it when I seen it. I thought it's always been up to the state.
In a way.
Because I know we vote on a lot of things that affect like shit as far as like my area of voting and stuff. There's always a vote on things that we agree on or don't agree on of what happens in school.
However, so you have state funding and then you have federal funding. The state funding, yeah.
Never mind, you cleared the board. Thank you.
Baby. Niggas is broke.
So I remember when we had that big grant right around the time that we had graduated. No, it was right as we graduated. Remember, all the schools got real big.
Mm-hmm.
They completely misused those funds, if you ask me.
What do you mean?
If you got bigger area schools, but they dropped down in class size.
Oh yeah.
You got turf fields for fields that don't bring in any income because they don't play games where you pay to play, pay to watch.
What is Heights?
And Heights is 5A, bro.
Is Bishop
3A? It's almost got to be, right?
It was 4A when we went. No, Bishop was
Well, I
fucking
don't know
good.
if they took the same pace as Heights did, but yeah, Heights dropped down the class.
Mm.
And they added a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, I know
We
that
were
I will
getting,
never
don't get me
fucking
wrong, we were doing good as far as like getting athletes out there,
yeah.
but I don't know if the amount of athletes were output or like you didn't have the programs enough to be focusing on athletics as far as a school system whose biggest feeder is a business and what business and engineering school.
Mhm.
WSU,
Yeah.
the two biggest is business and engineering. What are you doing focusing on sports if that's your biggest feeder?
I mean,
Come
yeah.
on, man, think about it. You should have put more schools in STEM. We're not doing those kind of things. So yeah, federal funding for education is detrimental for a place like where I'm at. I hate that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what
damn,
happens when you abolish the
poor Oklahoma.
Department of Education.
Fuck. Oh my
Um,
god.
yeah,
Woo.
Oklahoma's fucked, and they don't even know it yet. And I fucking saw something earlier that he had did something else today, and I can't remember what the fuck it was. But and everybody did listen. It is the state superintendent, and he is
Oh,
just
Oklahoma.
yeah.
He was the first one started slashing shit about like they super religious and stuff out there. They politics are crazy out there, bro. That's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit more okay with not moving to Oklahoma so far. But
Mm-hmm.
I really want to go, but I couldn't really handle not being in the right diaspora because when you stuck off in some shit, you ain't really gonna get too far outside of
Right.
it takes a special push
Yeah.
and yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, I don't like that.
he signed an executive order ordering the abolishment of the Department of Education, which means that the schools funding comes from the state now. So
But
you're gonna
what
see
about Miss McMahon? Because that's one of my idiocracy prophecies.
Linda
Why does she still have a job?
Linda paid for that job, brother. Let's
I'm sure she did. But what does it benefit her now if they're not talking about anybody else's education that's not already paying for the education?
listen. God only knows.
How are you still
He's taking out
secretary of education if you're
right
not
now.
educating people?
Right now he's taking out like he's taking it out in parts, and it's really fucking weird. And yes, yes, Linda paid for her job, and he's just kind of telling her things to get rid of. So do we have a Department of Education that still tells them what the fuck to do? Technically, yeah.
Brought to you by Brother Gresh Visuals.
Is everybody can see how fucking just over doing these notes I was by the end of this.
Boy, cause you got a lot of notes today. And I'm a just salute.
It's
That's,
just
I can't say shit, but cheers. Have a drink and
yeah.
uh,
It's a
watch
couple.
watch the show.
Yeah,
Watch the show.
totally.
No.
A couple more notable things: removing civil rights history, reversing civil rights laws, and reinstating defaulted loans. Nigga, for people, the people who got rid of them loans, they coming back, baby, in a big way.
They need to get rid of mine, but the
So
way they
he
coming
can-
back for them, people are in money trouble right now.
So he can get some money in
Like,
his pocket.
I mean, the average person, I would feel like if you like I hadn't paid student loans in so long because of COVID, and then like I was down to pay whenever they got started, but nobody really sent anything, and then boom, you sent to collections.
Mm.
You know, boom,
Yeah.
what's they call it? I didn't been this before. The words slip right off the top of my tongue. Garnishing your shit,
And this man, hey,
all this shit.
and he is beefing with Harvard. As
With who?
with Harvard, he just pulled
Ain't
2
Harvard giving
billion.
out a lot of free classes right now?
Yep. And
That's
since they've been
because
doing that, he's pulled 2 billion in funding because they're not a nice place
Harvard don't give a fuck about your politics. I don't care how many politicians they create.
at all.
Harvard been the same institution they've been for however long. You don't fuck with Harvard because yeah.
Yeah, if you
They create
graduated
a
from
lot of people
Harvard,
that have been on both sides of the ball. You know, they don't that's not
yeah,
mm-mm.
that's a prestigious school.
That's a historically prestigious school.
Yeah,
You don't have that accolade and not have people from everywhere. You know, they done been paid by everybody. They don't give a damn about who's where.
mm-hmm.
I would think that would be one of the main schools that did. I'm sure like Ivy League altogether, but I mean, mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
And
Thanks for the free
I
Harvard
know
class.
recently he signed that executive order about the police and bolstering the police systems and
Yeah, I
he's-
saw that. I saw that, right?
effectively he is turning into Kingpin.
I just got done watching Daredevil, Netflix Daredevil. Now I'm on Disney Plus Daredevil. But I don't believe. I mean, I believe there's a Daredevil for every kingpin. Fuck it. It may not lie in the Democratic Party. It probably doesn't. But our resilience is historically strong, and I'm not one to lie down and say, "Oh, all this shit." Nah. I'm doing my part by doing the best that I can every day. I think everybody else should, but why worry when you can pray? That's literally my saving grace at this point. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
Well,
Cause,
hey, pray.
I hope somebody.
meditate.
I hope everybody realizes this is a really great time to try to find something. As far as whoever the hell it is you pray to.
Yeah.
Dang, I guess that's kind of an
Pray,
oxymoron.
meditate,
But
whatever you need to do.
get involved with yourself if you don't pray. Just get involved with yourself and what you have the capability to do while you're here and looking at all this bullshit. Take it out of your mind, step away, live in your power and get out your shit so you can navigate through whatever's happening out there like with a sound mind. Cause fuck this shit.
Well,
And I have no better way to say it.
tell the people where they can find you, Trey.
Brought to you by Brother Gress Visuals. They pay me every time I say it. They is me, and I am him. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at brother_Gresh.
Here we gonna have some sponsorships.
Man, oh yeah.
I forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah. We about to get sponsored, y'all. So this is all consistency too. You know, I log on sometimes. It don't be many people out there on Sundays. You know, I haven't we haven't been doing this for the bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not a bread initiated project, but it is a project, and things are unfolding as we go. So come in and just peep shit. Be inspired. Fuck it.
Yeah. If you like,
We proud of ourselves. We didn't came a pretty good grip of waves. So
yeah.
now we getting
In
sponsored
fucking
and shit.
3 months. So
Huh?
yeah, in 3 months. So if y'all rock with us, fucking give us a sub.
3 months, hasn't it? Yeah, give us a
Yeah.
sub. We up in here. It don't happen overnight, but the damn show didn't take too long. So
Yeah. I.
um, we had alone when y'all. Much love to everybody out there. Do your best. Be your best self. Affirm everything that you need to affirm to live out in this shit. Cause I'm tired. I'm tired. All right, let's get out of here.
I'm out. Ah,
Let
fuck you, Trump.